You think you're getting ghosted because of your looks or your money? Wrong. The most dangerous mistake men make isn't on the first date. It's what they do between dates 2 and 3. This is the moment you stop being the prize and start becoming a predictable friend. I'm going to tell you the single most common phrase you say on date number 3 that instantly signals you are a low-leverage option, a man who lacks purpose, a guy she'll put in the friend zone. And no, this is not about being an asshole. It's about avoiding one psychological trap that 90% of men fall into without even realizing it. The first 2 dates were perfect. There was chemistry, laughter, attraction. The conversation flowed. She was texting you back fast. She was excited. And then, silence. She starts responding slower. She cancels the 4th date. Sorry, I'm really busy with work. And you're left thinking, what the hell did I do wrong? Here's the brutal truth. Between date 2 and date 3, you crossed an invisible line. You shifted from being the man she's curious about to the man she's already figured out. You became predictable, safe, boring, and I'm going to show you exactly where that line is and how to never cross it again. There are 3 fatal mistakes that kill attraction after the 2nd date. 3 specific moments where you unknowingly press the self-sabotage button. Mistake number 1, the interview trap, which includes the compliment overdose. Mistake number 2, the mission collapse, where you lose your frame to her presence. And mistake number 3, the future pacing disaster, the premature commitment. Let's break down each one, and more importantly, I'm going to give you the exact framework to fix it. First, let's talk about the interview trap. Here's what happens on date 3 for most men. You're sitting across from her and you're thinking, okay, the first 2 dates went well. Now I need to really get to know her. I need to show her I'm interested. I'm relationship material. So, what do? You start asking questions. Lots of them. So, what do you do for work? Oh, really? How long have you been doing that? Where did you grow up? Do you have siblings? Stop. Right there. You just turned date 3 into a job interview. Here's what's happening in her mind while you're doing this. He's trying too hard. He's interviewing me like I'm applying to be his girlfriend. Where's the confident, playful man from the first date? Where's the edge, the mystery? But it gets worse because most men don't just ask questions. They also start over-complimenting. You're so beautiful. You're so smart. You're so funny. You're not like other girls. Every time you say something like this, you're communicating one thing. I'm already sold on you. You don't have to do anything to win me over. I'm already yours. You shifted from being the selector to being the applicant. You're no longer the prize she's trying to win. You're the salesman trying to close the deal, and women can smell desperation from a mile away. Here's the fix. On date 3, your job is not to convince her you're great. Your job is to evaluate whether she meets your standards. Instead of asking interview questions, make statements. Share stories. Challenge her perspectives. Be polarizing. Instead of asking, what do you do for fun? Say, you strike me as someone who says they're adventurous but has never left their comfort zone. Prove me wrong. Instead of saying, you're so beautiful, try, you know what I like about you? You actually have opinions. Most people are boring as hell. You're not being an asshole. You're being discerning. You're a man who has options and standards, and that's what creates attraction. The moment she realizes you're not desperately chasing her, she starts chasing you. Now for fatal mistake number 2, the mission collapse. This is the most subtle killer. After the 2nd date, you start to really like her. You're thinking about her when you wake up, excited to see her again. And then, unconsciously, you start to make her the center of your world. You skip the gym because she wants to talk. You cancel plans with your friends because she's free that night. You stop working on that side project because you're spending your evenings texting her. You rearrange your entire schedule around her availability. And here's the thing. She notices. Not consciously at first, but on a deep, primal level, she senses that you just collapsed your frame. Women are attracted to men on a mission, men with purpose, men who have a life that's so compelling, so structured, so important that she has to fit into it, not the other way around. The moment you abandon your routine, your goals, your structure to be available to her, you communicate, "My life isn't that important. You're the most interesting thing I have going on." And that's when attraction dies. She's not looking for a puppy who follows her around. She's looking for a man who's going somewhere and might let her come along for the ride. Here's what you do instead. I call this the commitment anchor technique. First, identify your non-negotiables. These are the routines, habits, and commitments that define your life. Your workouts, your work hours, your friend's night, your creative projects. Second, communicate them clearly and unapologetically. If she asks, "Can we hang out Thursday night?" You say, "Thursday's my gym night, and then I have a work commitment. But I'm free Saturday afternoon. Let's grab coffee then." Notice what you're doing here. You're not being rude or playing games. You're simply communicating that your life has structure and she's welcome to be part of it, on your terms. This does two things. It shows you have a life that's worth being a part of, and it makes your time valuable. And valuable things are attractive. The moment she realizes she has to work around your life instead of you working around hers, she starts investing more. And that's when you know you've shifted the dynamic in your favor. Finally, mistake number 3, the future pacing disaster. This is the kiss of death, and it usually happens right at the end of date 3. Everything's going well, you're feeling connected, the chemistry is there. And then you say something like, "We should take a trip together this summer. I can totally see us doing this long term. My mom would love you." I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. And just like that, you killed it. Here's why. Women don't want certainty in the early stages. They want excitement, mystery, the thrill of not knowing exactly where this is going. When you start talking about the future too soon, you're removing the very thing that makes dating exciting: uncertainty. The reason the first 2 dates were so electric is because neither of you knew what was going to happen. There was tension, anticipation. Does he like me? Where is this going? That tension is what creates attraction. The moment you release that tension by prematurely committing, the excitement dies. She's no longer wondering if you're the one. She's wondering how to let you down easy. The solution is to be present, not predictive. Your focus should be on creating an amazing experience right now, not mapping out the next 6 months. Instead of talking about the future, talk about the moment. Instead of, "We should do this every week," say, "This is exactly what I needed tonight." Instead of, "I can see us together long term," say, "I'm enjoying getting to know you. Let's see where this goes." Notice the difference? One creates pressure and obligation. The other creates space and intrigue. The more ambiguous you are about the future, the more she invests in trying to secure it. When she doesn't know if you're fully in, she works harder to win you over. But the moment you show all your cards and commit too early, she relaxes. The chase is over, and women lose interest when the chase is over. So stay present, stay mysterious, and let her wonder just enough to keep her invested. Let's recap, because this is critical. Mistake 1. Stop interviewing and over-complimenting. Shift from beggar mode to evaluator mode. Mistake 2. Don't collapse your mission for her. Use the commitment anchor to maintain your frame. Mistake 3. Don't future pace, stay present. Presence over promise. Master these 3 things and you'll never lose a woman after date 3 again. She'll be the one trying to lock you down. If you want to master the art of being the prize, not the pursuer, stop what you're doing right now. Go into the description, grab my free guide, the High Value Man Framework, and start building the life that women want to be a part of. The goal isn't to play games. The goal is to become a man who's so grounded in his purpose, so clear in his standards, and so present in his interactions that she naturally starts chasing the connection, not the other way around. Stop being the option. Become the prize. I'll see you in the next one.